everybody, welcome back. We are here again in Jonathan's garage with a very special guest. You've all seen him on the channel before. David, he moved away for a little bit, but he's back now because he wants to wreak havoc against Jonathan's Death Guard. I think this is going to be a premiere for both armies.
It is, sort of.
Sort of. Definitely new elements of David's army. He likes to run them as both
Loyal and traitor.
Chaos, right. And
We'll see if you guys can figure out which half today.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully in the title, hopefully we get that right. And also,
I'm not telling him.
Jonathan's army, the Death Guard, we had never seen on the channel before. So it's going to be a premiere for two armies. These two are very eager to duke it out. They have a bit of an old rivalry here. So let's get right to the armies, and then we'll get straight into the battle. All right, people, we're going to start off with David's army, the Alpha Legion, but typically they're Alpha Legion. What are you running them as today?
They are actually Alpha Legion today.
Oh, really?
I did bring some friends though, so
okay, sounds
we'll get
good.
to that in a second.
Awesome.
All right, so I have a battalion of Alpha Legion, and then a patrol detachment of World Eaters, aka the Friends. I like them. All right, so
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Ansons have kicked my butt enough that I decided to join the enemy.
That's fair enough.
So, starting off with the battalion, I have a Demon Prince, aka Alfarius.
Ooh.
He will be my warlord today. He has a relic, which is Mind Veil, which I can roll at 3d6, and that is his movement. And you can move through enemy units, buildings, terrain, stuff like that. He can also charge through stuff as if they're not there.
That's pretty spicy.
Because of that relic, which is fun. As far as his warlord trait, I took Faceless Commander, which once per battle, at the end of my movement phase, I can remove him from the battlefield and set him up within 3 inches of a friendly Alpha Legion infantry unit and more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Kind of mirroring his old 30k rules of which he could just appear wherever the heck he wanted to.
That makes sense.
So,
all right. Oh, sorry, what's next?
Next, I have a Chaos Hellwright. He is technically a Legends Forge World unit, but I cleared it with both Jonathan and Nico ahead of time, so they're cool with it.
Yeah,
he's basically
this isn't a competitive game, so we're okay with this.
Exactly. He is basically a slightly souped up Chaos, not Hellwright, their version of Tech Marine, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Basically, he does the same sort of things. He does a few extra little bonuses to vehicles that will come up later in the game. And then for the last character for the Alpha Legion, I have a Sorcerer. He is Mark of Tzeentch, so he knows Weaver of Fates and Prescience.
Neat.
Oh, and as far as Marks of Chaos, all of the Alpha Legion are Mark of Tzeentch, and all of the World Leaders are Mark of Khorne, because they're required to.
Okay, very interesting. What does Mark of Tzeentch do?
Mark of Tzeentch, for their special icon, it's the Icon of Flame. At the start of the Psychic phase, roll d6 for each unit with an Icon of Flame. On a 6, it inflicts a mortal wound on the closest enemy unit within 12 inches.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Not terribly useful, but I find it funny. So,
yeah, maybe it'll go off once or twice.
Hopefully. As far as troops for the Alpha Legion, I have 3 squads of Chaos Space Marines. All of them have a plasma gun, and then the sergeants, with their awesome little crests, they have a chain axe and a bolt pistol. And then all 3 of them have a Icon of Flame. So nothing too special, just decent little holding units.
Fair enough.
And then I have, for elites, I have a Chaos Contemptor Dreadnought. He did cost me a CP to bring because of Martial Legacy, so he's the Forge World version.
Right.
5-up invuln. Awesome. Get a couple of fun things. He has a Chain Fist and a close combat weapon. And then he also has a missile launcher up top, which isn't modeled, but a little bit of Mark-a-Dave.
Makes sense.
And then I have, for fast attacks, I have 2 squads of Raptors, one with 2 Meltas and one with 2 plasma guns. The sergeants both have a combi weapon of the type that the squad is armed with, so combi Melta, combi plasma. And otherwise, just use chain swords, standard, assault marines. I have a Land Raider Achilles, another fun little Forge World unit.
Neat.
Basically, normal Land Raider, except he's got a 5-up invuln kind of built-in base.
That's useful.
Yep. He has 2 twin multi-meltas for a lot of hot, fiery goodness.
So our twin multi-meltas, are they 4 shots now because
Yes.
the regular multi-melt is 2?
Yes,
So
they are
so
heavy.
that's how many shots?
8 melt shots.
8 melta shots.
4 each, so I can, with split fire, I can
Okay,
split that off a little bit.
got it.
It also has, as a center gun, it has a quad mortar, which you guys might remember from the last time I popped up with my actual Raven Guard. It has direct fire anti-tank rounds, and then a indirect anti-infantry shell, which will hopefully come in handy, seeing the army Jonathan brought.
We got a lot of models to go up against today.
Yes. And then lastly, for the heavy support, I have a unit of missile launchers, which Jonathan absolutely refuses to face if they are marked of Slanesh. So they're marked of Tzeentch this time. So no endless cacophony on them, but they are one of my favorite units ever.
They do pretty good for you,
Yeah.
historically.
Yes. Yes, they do. And now for the World Eaters.
Right.
Starting off, I have a Dark Apostle. He has, the standard thing. As far as his prayers, he has Wrathful Entreaty, which is the Mark of Corn specific one, and then the Soul Terror Portent, which is +1 to wound. Otherwise, he has Curse Crozius, and a Bolt Pistol. Behind him, for the Troops choice, I have a unit of 7 Corn Berserkers. They are armed with their normal chain axes and then bolt pistols. The Sergeant, up here in front, has a Power Fist for the very overly large chainsword, and then a chainsword for some blendering. Behind them, fast attacks, I have some Mark of Corn Warp Talons. You don't have any options with them, so they just have their double lightning claws. And then lastly behind them, I have one of my newly painted and hopefully is very fun units. 5 Chaos Terminators, all with double lightning claws. I also spent 2 CP on them for what was it? The Red Butchers. Basically, it's 2 CP before the game starts. They get +1 strength, and they gain the following ability: Blood for the Blood God. Basically, they fight twice like Corn Berserkers do.
Wow.
And that's for the entire game.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So you're spending a lot of CP here before the game
Yeah.
starts, it seems like.
Between the extra CP for him, the patrol, and that, I am actually at 7 CP to start the game.
Okay, interesting, but we'll see if it pays off. That fighting twice stratagem does seem pretty nasty. Do you have anything else on the list you'd like to tell us about?
I think that's it. All the units that can have taken appropriate marks, so everybody who can take an Icon of Flame in the Alpha Legion has, and the all the Corn ones have the Icon of Wrath for the reroll charges.
Alright, so this is going to be a tag team against the Death Guard, World Eaters, and Alpha Legion. Let's get to Jonathan's army and see if they can overcome. Alright, this is it. This is Jonathan's Death Guard army. Now, among our group of friends, this army's on a winning streak. It doesn't look super threatening, but it's taken down some nasty lists. So, Jonathan, why don't you tell us about this brand new Death Guard army you are debuting here today?
So it's from the Warzone Chardon book. A quick history: the models you're looking at in the middle, my zombie models, were the first ones I bought in 40k many years ago. When 8th edition first started, I heard that there was a game where you could play zombies. And I love zombies, love zombie movies. So I bought these.
What's your favorite zombie movie? I need to know.
The one with the mall and what's his face?
They all have malls.
No, the guy with the bald black guy who led them. I can't remember his name. I've watched it over and over.
That narrows it down, but
Yeah, I
not
was
a whole
about
lot.
to say. Alright, whatever. I'm sure
So-
somebody will post it in the comments.
This is a Terminus Est assault force, so very, very limiting. No vehicles, no Morty, so we're really going to rely on our infantry.
Okay.
It's designed to be Typhus's style of fighting, which is a ton of bodies, which I absolutely love. So it's a double battalion, led by, of course, Typhus and a Demon Prince.
Okay.
And then that group has 5 Chaos Spawn and 5 squads of 5 Plague Marines. The next battalion is led by a Sorcerer in Terminator armor and a Plague Caster. And they have 120 Plague Marines, or Poxwalkers.
120 Plague Marines, that's horrifying.
120
120.
Poxwalkers.
They will go quickly based on David's...
Yeah, I remember these guys.
And then on the far left we have 7 beautiful Possessed. I love the models, had to bring them.
They do look very cool. Okay, so what is this? Why don't you let us know, what does this like detachment thing do?
So
what
basically,
special rules do you get?
You get with all the restrictions and no vehicles, you get access to a new discipline, and they call it the Fester discipline.
Okay.
So they don't have cards. That's why the Demon Prince and the Sorcerer.
They're big fans of the Addams family, is what you're telling me.
Uncle Fester's here to visit.
Okay.
So the Plague Caster has Curse of the Leper and Plague Wind. That's from the old book. And Typhus has Miasma and Predestined Vitality, which you'll recognize from the old book. But the new ones, the Sorcerer has the Gift of Infection and Lung Rot, which we'll get into. And the Demon Prince has Accelerated Entropy. So we're trying to show off some of the new spells from the book, and I'll definitely show you some of the new stratagems. But the whole idea is it's an endless tide, and you'll see how these stratagems come into play.
Okay, I'm very excited. Like I said, these guys have a winning record amongst our little 40K group here. So it's the first time we're going to see them on the channel. I'm excited to see them play. Not sure if those guys should count as Plague Marines because, they don't look like they have any Plague parts yet, but that's okay. They're wearing the Death Guard colors. So let's get into the battle report. We'll do deployment, we'll do the roll-off, and then we will see you all in a little bit when these two are ready to duke it out. Okay, people, this is what the battlefield looks like at the end of deployment. Big horde of zombies on this side.
They're everywhere.
And the Alpha Legion / World Eaters, I almost said Word Bears, World Eaters Alliance is looking to take them on. Now, just a precursor, this is one of David's first real games of night. He's played some Crusade games, but
8 months ago.
yeah, this is one of his first. This is his first game with playing a real match play rule set. So we're gonna give him a few breaks if he gets some wrong rules, and feel free to correct us in the comments so that we know for next time. But
yes, please.
without further ado, we have the roll off to go first. You guys want to say what units did you put into Deep Strike? Because I know both of you have some.
I've got the squad of 7 Possessed and the squad of 5 Chaos Spawn.
Okay, they're over there. And David, what do you have over
I
there?
put my Red Butchers and my Warp Talons in reserve.
Okay, makes sense. So the only thing really left to do... Oh, what mission are we playing, by the way, Jonathan? Let's go over that. Let's go over mission and secondaries. What's the mission? I think it was Vital Intelligence.
There it is, Vital Intelligence.
Okay.
Grab the secondary list.
Yep.
Is why we are deployed in this diagonal fashion.
Yeah, this took 30 minutes to set up. I hate it with a passion, but we never play it, so it's good for the channel.
Yes, so why don't you go over your secondaries?
Secondaries?
I took Thin Their Ranks because I might actually achieve maximum.
It's possible. There's 120 zombies here, so if you kill all of them, that's already 12 points.
I also took Mental Interrogation because I do have 2 Psychers, so I can.
That's a
and
good
he has
one.
a decent amount of characters that I can draw from.
That one is a good one.
I also took Assassinate for killing enemy characters as well.
Okay, fair enough. Jonathan, what did you
You're
take?
not even going to see him. Spread the Sickness, which is the greatest secondary in
Okay.
history of mankind. I take 1
A little on the
unit
nose
of
with everything
bubonic.
going on right
Exactly,
now, right?
exactly. Unfortunately, bubonic infantry, and you point to an objective, and you make it sick. You can only do 1 per turn,
Okay.
but it is 3 points in the game. That's powerful. Data Intercept, which is the mission-specific one. You take an action on an objective, and I get as many points as I have objectives I control.
And there are a lot of objectives here on the table.
Well, that's the whole idea.
A total of 6.
I'm not going to kill much of David's army, but I'm going to sit there and take it. Speaking of sit there and take it, I'm going to take Dominate.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'm going to hold more than him. So you can see a central theme here. I don't really care what David does, as long as I sit there quietly and hold the objectives.
You know what? That's the way you play in 9th, right? That's kind of
what
what you got to
happens.
do. So, with all that out of the way, is the dice roll to see who goes first. What do you guys want? Do you guys want to go first? Who wants to go first?
I actually want to go second.
Oh, well, let's just agree to it then.
You do have to roll off. Jonathan, 2.
4.
There
And
he
a
is.
4, so that means David does have to go
He's
first.
going first,
You
kid.
do not get to choose anymore.
Darn.
Maybe not a bad thing, but still, let's see what he does in his first turn as we get into the Alpha Legion. I'm just going to call it an Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion, movement phase turn 1. Alright, people, we're at the end of the Alpha Legion first turn movement phase, and they've just kind of sauntered around a bit, move forward, tentatively.
Just a little bit.
They are cautious, they're paying attention to their marine training, although they are chaos, they still have that. I don't know about the word bears, though. Sorry, I keep saying word bears, the world eaters.
It's because they're not blood red, so you keep
Yes,
missing. Because they don't
exactly.
look like
Most people bring corn berserkers.
Exactly, yeah. And I've actually been a big Word Bears fan recently. But anyways, so we got a psychic phase coming up as David moves forward. Dave, what would you like to cast?
I'm only casting 1 power right now. I'm out of range for most of it. My sorcerer, not Armin, is going to cast Prescience on my Havocs, which just disembarked.
Makes sense.
So warp charge 7.
That's a 3, so that doesn't go off.
Alrighty.
You want to reroll that? It might not be worth it. I mean,
No, it's +1 to hit. I mean, it's useful, but not
really
it's
worth
gonna
the
be
CP. I completely agree with that.
also, because knowing my luck will perils.
Yeah, exactly. So, is that it for the psychic phase?
That's it for the psychic phase. Nothing
Okay.
else is really in range that I want to do.
A quick psychic phase. We'll mark up some targets, and we'll see what David wants to shoot.
All right.
We're gonna start off the shooting phase with this Chaos Space Marine squad shooting into these Death Guard in the cover here. Is that correct, David?
Yep.
Okay.
So, 3 bolt guns, 1 plasma gun.
Okay.
I'm not overcharging because I have a tendency to kill myself.
Exactly. And there's really no reason to anymore now.
And
that
the
Death
plasma
Guard
gun got a 1, so
rolled
I'm
a
glad
1.
I didn't.
Good thing. There's really no reason to now with the Death Guard rules. So.
Yeah. And then
5
bolt gun, 5 to wound. Nothing.
Nothing. Wonderful.
Great start.
Okay. All right. Next up, these tactical Marines, a little further down the line here, are going to be going into which Poxwalker squad?
The one, yes, that one there.
Okay, the one on the left. All right.
Only 2 bolt guns and the plasma gun are in range.
Okay. See if we can get some zombies here. 2 1s. Can you reroll those?
I cannot. I'm out of range of my warlord.
Okay. Well, the plasma gun hits.
Plasma gun hits.
So there's a 2 to wound, I believe.
And I rolled a 1.
Do you want to give up now, or?
No, I'm good. This is just the very beginning kind of skirmish fire.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
warming up.
They're warming up. All right, next up is going to be this Contemptor Dreadnought shooting a Cyclone missile launcher into these Poxwalkers, and because it is black, David gets to reap the benefits of the new rule. Max shots.
Yep.
12 full shots.
12 shots.
Let's see what he rolled over there.
Very well, actually.
Very well.
The 2 misses because these guys don't quite have it, but I do get to reroll 1 because I am within range of Alfarius here.
That's fair.
Nope, missed 2.
For the 2 anyways.
So 10 hits, and these guys are toughness 4.
Oh, they're toughness 4 now.
For the plague.
Poxwalkers are 4.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, interesting.
All right.
I remember them being 3.
These will be 4s to wound then.
How many you got there?
I got
Looks like a good spread.
6 wounds.
6 wounds, okay. Pretty good. Jonathan? So what do you have here?
6 up, feel no pain.
Okay.
4
Save 2.
die.
Okay, 4 dead. And not the biggest hit in the world. Could have been much worse. Alright, next up, David's beloved Havocs. Getting out of the Land Raider. They do ignore the moving and shooting penalty, I think. And they're going to be putting all their shots into these Poxwalkers over here behind the log. So he's going to get max shots on each one because of blast.
Yep. And since I don't have enough dice, we're going to do this in 2 batches. So the first 2. Not
could have
great.
been better, but I mean,
Not great at all.
still a lot of hits.
Still 6 hits. And then 4s to wound. 1 wound
One
so
wound
far.
there.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to just do the next batch real quick?
Yeah, I'll do the next batch now.
Okay.
Much better.
Much better hit.
Much better hit.
All right, let's do the same wounds, please.
Yeah, only 4 wounds
okay,
total.
so that toughness 4 is coming in big.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I know. I thought they were toughness 3. They used to be. You made 1.
Where's my 5 up, feel no pain?
Okay, so he loses 3 from that squad. Okay, now we have the Land Raider next, and we'll see where that wants to go. All right, next up, the Land Raider, the Achilles.
Achilles.
Okay, the Achilles is going to be shooting its mortars into the same squad that was just shot at by the missile launchers.
4d3 shots, but blast, so I'm still getting the max number of shots
Right,
for the big enough
exactly.
squad.
And that looked like a good hit.
Much better. And again, strength 4.
4s again to wound.
4s to wound. Much better.
Nice.
There we
That's
go.
real good.
8 wounds.
8 wounds. Okay, Jonathan, you got 6 ups here. 6 up, feel no pain. You can't take. Oh, wait, are these multiple damage?
No.
Okay, so they're not. So just he doesn't
Not
make a
one.
single one. So that's
8.
8
Yeah.
evaporated, and I think that will put him over 10. So he will get 1 point.
Yay!
Then that ranks.
Finally.
Yay. All right, everybody, and that's actually going to be it for the Alpha Legion turn. Jonathan, what do you think about that?
It was tolerable.
It was tolerable. Listen, he lost some zombies, but I mean, that's to be expected. The toughest 4 is coming in big on the Poxwalkers. So
Yeah, I forgot that they changed that. I'm
Yeah,
used
I
to them
thought
being
they were toughness
T3
3.
and just sort of mowing them down a lot easier.
yeah, same, but they are toughness 4 now, so that does help. But Jonathan will get to reply. Obviously, Jonathan, Not looking to kill too many things in this next turn.
We're
but
just gonna hug the board.
yes, he is gonna have some good board control. Let's see what he can do in Death Guard. Turn 1. Okay, people, this is the end of Death Guard movement, turn 1. Essentially, the whole horde has been moving forward. They are flooding the battlefield as they do. Obviously, they're not going to hit back as hard as the Alpha Legion, but still, the name of the game is board control, and Jonathan is just playing objectives. One thing to note is these guys over here, to get to this objective, Jonathan had to reroll an advanced roll, and they can only get to that objective because apparently there is a 2 CP stratagem that allows every single Poxwalker unit in the army an extra 3 inches of movement. That's actually pretty
Ridiculous.
insane.
And a 3-inch pylon.
And a 3-inch pylon.
Ridiculous.
That
If you
is-
happen to charge me, I can go an extra 3 inches.
Yeah, that is pretty insane.
That's okay.
But I mean,
Several of my minutes like,
he has to give up a lot
I'm
to
surrounded.
do it, right?
Good, I can
So,
strike in any direction.
we will go right into the psychic phase. John, he did move his Demon Prince here, so he could get line of sight onto, don't know if you guys can see, some Alpha Legion Marines there. So let's give him a second to round up his powers, and then he will start the psychic phase. But before we get into the psychic phase, John's playing another stratagem. The dead walk again. So that's going to make it so he can roll 7 dice on this unit of Poxwalkers. Only 7, max, but
That's the blessed number. We're fine.
exactly. And every 3+ he will get a Poxwalker back.
Dave,
Now that's good. He gets 6
Ooh.
back. That's 6 extra Poxwalkers. Not inconsequential. Obviously going to help in the long game, but a very cool stratagem there by Jonathan. All right, first up the cast, Mr. Typhus. He's going to do Miasma as well as Putrescent Vitality on the unit. What's going on?
Warp charge 6 is a 9. Dave, I think you're in range.
Miasma.
That's 24.
So that's going to give these guys a -1 to be hit.
No, you're not in range, my young friend.
But
Yes,
according,
I am.
according to Jonathan, he's not in range.
What's that?
I'm debating Scorn of Sorcery.
According to David,
This one's
he is in
miasma
range.
minus
Minus
Oh,
one
the
hit
world leaders.
from ranged or all?
Oh,
All.
Everything.
Hmm.
Okay, interesting. So, David,
Yep.
I believe Scorn of Sorcery is a stratagem.
Yes, it is a world leader stratagem.
Okay.
Um,
And you can use that to try to
with it-
deny this.
Yep. With an enemy unit within enemy psychic unit within 24 inches of friendly world leaders unit on
Okay.
a 4+, the psychic power is negated.
Okay.
Power is negated.
Yeah,
No
so-
miasma of pestilence.
No miasma pestilence. Okay, interesting. I think that's certainly helpful. Certainly helpful.
you can go to hell.
Do you want to do the next power? What's the
Putrescent
next power?
Vitality on the same unit. Warp charge
Putrescent Vitality.
7.
Okay, so that goes off
8
on an
will do
8.
it.
So David cannot deny that one.
Nope.
He's already used Scorn of Sorcery. But he still got it off, so that's pretty good.
I think -1 to hits more
We
important.
will go.
Exactly.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Are you ready?
Ready. We're going to go Demon Prince.
Okay. We'll go right into it.
I moved him within 12 inches of this godforsaken unit.
Okay, yeah. These guys over here,
The
again,
Legion Tacticals.
kind of looking through the brush
Looking
there.
through the brush.
So what do you cast?
Accelerated Entropy. This is the new one from the Uncle Fester discipline.
Okay.
Warp charge is
Professor.
7. But basically, it's a toughness roll-off.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me see if I can cast it first. It's a 7.
That's an
It's an
8.
eight.
He's rolled. He's got all the psychic powers off so far.
Now, I believe this one might be in range of
Deny.
the one trying to deny.
Okay. David,
Alright.
would you like to try to deny?
Have to
You
roll
would
higher than an 8.
need- Yes.
Roll
You need to
9.
roll a 9, but you might as well.
I rolled
Oh my gosh, that's a 10. No psychic power. Does he have anything else to cast?
No, he does not have anything to cast.
He only casts 1 power?
This is a sorcerer?
Yep.
He's a bastard.
So this guy only casts 1
That was
power.
a great power! If I beat your thing, you take 3 mortal wounds. If I beat it more than double, you take D3 plus 3.
He's a thousand suns. You can't cast against him.
Alright, next up is Plague Caster on the Hill. Gonna do Curse of the Leper and Plague Wind on those Marines over there. So, Jonathan?
Plague one first, warp charge 6.
Okay.
It's a 10.
That is a 10.
I'm going to roll D6 for every unit in there.
Bottle.
On a, hang on. It was a 9 plus, what did I roll?
You rolled it.
10. Are you-
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's on a 5 plus, except for a mortal wound. 2 mortal
2 mortal
wounds, Dave.
wounds. You rolled 6s anyways. And David does not have 2 wound Marines yet. So
Not yet.
2 of them have evaporated. What's next, Jonathan? The card he's looking at is called
Curse
Curse
of
of
the
the
Leper?
Leper.
8.
An 8. What does this one do?
I'm going to roll a D6 for every unit, every model unit. If I exceed its toughness, it's going to suffer 1 mortal wound.
Okay, so this is 5 ups here.
5 ups.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna
and-
change that to a smite. Can you rewind, please?
Okay, so what's next?
The sorcerer.
Okay, the sorcerer. What is he going to cast?
He is going to cast the gift of infection.
The gift of infection. That doesn't sound like a pleasant gift.
That's what I'm not going to. I'm sorry. I should have done
Oh,
that first. That reduces the toughness.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just smite.
Okay. I mean, that does go off.
5 barely goes off.
So D3 mortal wounds.
For the
3.
big 3,
Ooh.
David. The big 3.
So those guys only have 1 wound each.
Yep.
So that means they are dead. Jonathan, you killed a unit.
I am dominating.
Hooray! All right, next up, and by the way, here's the sorcerer there. He's going to cast another power, which he can do on this unit over here, right around the trees. It's called Lung Rot.
Long run. Lucky
Oh
number
my
7.
gosh.
Oh, we can't see that one.
Okay, so it looks like these guys are nicotine-free for the time being. Is that it for your psychic phase?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll get into a short shooting phase. I don't even know if there's going to be a shooting phase, to be honest. We'll see what Jonathan can target, and then we'll see what he wants to do in his turn coming up. Because again, it's all about board control with the zombies, baby. Alright, the only bit of shooting Jonathan really has are these Plague Marines here shooting into this Alpha Legion unit here. So, because of your, what is it called?
Inexorable advance.
Exorable Advance. You will have a total of 2 for 7 shots?
7 shots. So 2 each of the front tank,
Okay.
and then 3 for the back.
Okay, sounds good. So I think you hit on 4s because of, okay, so you got 1 hit there.
Why do I hit on 4? Say that
Because I'm
again.
-1 to hit.
Because
Because
they're,
I'm
Alpha
Alpha.
Legion.
Oh, come
And you're
on,
more than 12
man.
inches away.
Oh, it's just 1?
Just
I
1.
rerolled the 1 because of Typhus.
Okay, is he a captain?
He counts for, he's a Lord of the Death Guard.
Very cool.
1 wound, my
one
young
wound.
friend.
Ah. All right. 3 up.
Playing Horus Heresy.
Ow.
Oh, you did get him.
Ow.
You did get 1, okay.
Darn.
But is that it for the shooting phase,
Yeah,
Jonathan?
that was a very devastating shooting phase.
Okay, so that's it for the shooting phase. Listen, you got a kill. That's something,
You
right?
know what? I'll agree.
And you didn't manage to kill a unit over there.
Yeah, that was
And-
annoying.
When it comes to board control armies like this, every unit lost is a big blow.
I do have to take D3 mortal wounds to flip this.
Okay.
I forgot to do that on camera. Oh,
So
good.
2
heavens.
mortal wounds. Can you ignore those?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think you can. Yes, sir.
So wait, so what are you doing here? You're
Never.
absolutely incredible.
Sorry, what are you doing?
This one, I have to contaminate.
Oh, you're doing
contaminate
contamination.
But I just
Okay.
looked it up. You have to take D3 mortal. So that one's contaminated.
Okay, interesting. So that means that
I get 3 points at the end of the game.
at the end of the game. Okay, very cool, very cool. What other secondaries did you achieve? All right, so that's going to end Jonathan's turn. Just something to note: he is going to do the data intercept on this objective here, and at the end of the next command phase, the number of objectives that he is holding will equal the number of secondary points he gets, which could be very big. David's going to have to do some work to push some of these guys off. I think Jonathan could probably hold these 2, just because there's not much there. David's got some reinforcements coming in, but these guys are troops, so they will kind of they will trump any units that come in, unless they're troops as well. But David's deep sectors are not troops, so I think David's mostly going to be looking to take these 2 guys off.
To butcher.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. David's going to need to punch back hard because again, he doesn't want to let Jonathan run away with the points because that's where an army like this really shines. So the sooner he can get killing and getting them off these objectives is the sooner David can start trying to come back on his own points. But we'll see what he does as the Alpha Legion goes into their turn 2. All right, people, Alpha Legion, end of movement phase, turn 2. These world leaders, I'm going to get it right eventually, have moved up looking to engage these fellas. There's a unit of, are they called Warp Talons? What are the guys with the jump packs?
Warp Talons.
Oh, those are Warp Talons.
These are the Warp Talons.
Okay, well, David did have a unit of guys here that he
Raptors.
put into... Oh, Raptors,
Yes.
sorry, that they went back into reserve.
I had a
because
squad of
a
Raptors here.
stratagem.
Yep. Nascent Infiltration.
Okay,
Alpha
interesting.
Legion
So
thing.
he's going to save them for later.
Yep.
Missile launchers are pretty much stayed still. Everything's kind of shuffling this way, it looks like, to take over this flank. David wants to get over there before it gets a little overwhelming, I guess. And on top of that, let's see if I can... I'll just come around the light here. Oops, sorry about that. I'll just come around the light here. The Terminators have dropped down, as well as these Warp Talents here, looking to try to take these Poxwalkers off of their objectives, because David wants to deny Jonathan the points. It's the right thing to do. So, David will have a psychic phase. We will get into that right now, and we'll see what he wants to cast. All right, first up, the Sorcerer is going to do Mental Interrogation
On the Demon Prince.
on the Demon Prince. He is within 18 inches, so
4.
that's
11.
a 9.
That's...
Oh, you get a +2?
No, sorry, yeah. I can't do math.
Okay,
9.
so that's a 9. Jonathan, would you want to try to deny that? You need a No, unfortunately.
All right.
So 3 points for David.
points.
Yay! Do you have any other powers you'd like
I
to
do.
test?
The
Oh yes, this
Alfarius
is Alfarius.
is going to cast Warp Time.
Okay. And you're counting him as a demon prince?
He is a demon prince, yes.
Okay. We should note that David did use a relic on him. What was the relic called?
The relic is called Mind Veil.
Yeah, Mind Veil. So it allows him to move 3d6 and move through things. Unfortunately,
I
David
rolled
only
rather
rolled a
poorly.
6. So he actually was slower than his normal movement.
Yes, I lost 2 inches of movement because I can't roll.
Yeah, but that's okay. So now you're going to do warp time on the contemptor.
On the Contemptor.
Okay.
Warp charge 6. I
Now
got a
that's
10.
a 10.
Damn it.
Can you try to deny that, Jonathan?
I don't think I'm in range anymore. Who's casting?
Oh, it's
Demon Prince.
you might be
Oh, yeah,
able
yeah.
to because of this spell over here. So you might as well try.
Yeah.
No, that's a 7. So that means that that contemptor will be moving again. All right, first things first. We're going to start off with the cool Land Raider shooting at the infested squad over here. So 43 shots becomes 12 because of blast.
Yep. Slightly better shooting this time.
Still forced to wound.
Still forced to wound.
That's a big buff right there for the Poxwalkers.
It's really annoying.
Does help a little bit.
5 wounds.
5 wounds, Jonathan. You got 6 ups here. Saves 1. 4 are down. Dead. Blank. Alright, next up, the missile launchers are in the same target. How many are left in that unit? Because you would need 11 for...
He's got 11. We're fine.
Okay,
So I still have the blast. So,
correct.
again, we're going to do this in 2 sets because that's a 4d6 shots, technically.
Okay.
Alright.
Looks like a decent hit there.
Decent hit this time.
A decent hit.
And forced wound again. That is not as decent of a wound. 3 wounds.
3 wounds, Jonathan. Saves 1. Okay.
Alright, and then the second volley.
We're gone. Second volley.
Good hit. I'm missing my endless cacophony. I'm sad.
And I translate to the wound. Okay. It looks like a little better. 4.
Speaking of endless cacophony, I totally forgot about my
4
icon
more
flame.
dead. Okay. Alright, next up, these Alpha Legion Marines right there, going into the Chaos Marines. The Plague Marines, I should say.
Yep.
These fellas here.
Didn't move, so I get 2 rapid fire.
That's all hits.
All hits.
5 to wound.
5 to wounds. And
Nothing.
no wounds.
And then,
The plasma gun.
yes, the Plasma Gun.
I'm not going to overcharge because that doesn't really matter against...
Okay.
You have 2 wounds.
They have 2 wounds?
They do.
Wow.
No, it doesn't matter. They reduce damage by 1.
Damn, don't tell him.
Wait, are you shooting at the Plague Marines?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, is he in rapid fire of the Plague Marines?
Oh, because it's not a bolter.
Right.
So I only get 1 shot. You're right.
Right.
So,
we
sorry,
get-
re-rolling that.
Sorry,
1
we'll
shot.
do that one. It's
Still
okay.
hits.
It's it anyways.
And 3 to wounds.
No
wound.
wound.
No wounds.
We're moving on to the Contemptor. He can just see through the forest. They did leave a gap. That was intentional. This whole thing, it is obscuring, but they did leave a gap in the middle so that they could get through it. Into these Poxwalkers here, both flamers and the frag missiles. Go ahead, Dave.
Yep, we're going to start with frag missiles first.
Yes, and this will be a -1 because we are counting this
Minus
as
1 to hit, but it is blast, so I
counting
do
it
get
as a
4
force.
shots.
Yes. So this is what, force to hit?
4 is to hit.
Okay. Now that was a really good roll.
That was a very good roll.
That was an incredible roll right there.
These are not the putrescent vitality ones, or they are?
They are not.
They
These
are.
They're fine. They're 4.
So they're still 4. So these are forced to wound.
David.
I'll call
Now that's
5
pretty
wounds.
good. 5 wounds. Jonathan? Nothing there. So that's
Excellent.
5 dead. And then you have your 2 flamers?
I have 2 heavy flamers.
2 heavy flamers, okay.
D6 shots each for 5
5
shots total.
okay.
Excellent. And these are 3 to wound.
Yes.
So
So Jonathan, you have 3 more saves there. 3 more kill my pains. Nothing. 3 more dead. Okay.
Excellent.
Good shooting from the Contemptor. Alright, next up. These Marines over here are going to shoot into the Plague Marines. By the rock.
3 bolter shots. 3 hits.
3 hits.
5 to wound.
2
2
wounds,
wounds.
Jonathan.
I'll take them in cover. These are 2s.
Okay.
And then a plasma gun.
Hit.
Hits.
3 to wound. That's a wound.
Wounds.
It's minus
Minus
3.
3.
5 up. He
Ah,
saves it.
darn
Okay, yeah, because these guys are in cover, so he's going to take him in there first.
Alright.
Okay.
These guys.
Okay.
I have 3 plasma guns. Well,
Okay.
2 plasma guns and a combi plasma.
Sound good?
Volleying at the same target.
Alrighty.
3 shots. All of them hit.
3
You can
hits.
miss. I don't know if you realize that. You're allowed to miss.
I did earlier. And
2
2
wounds.
wounds.
Jonathan?
5s?
2
No.
failed, so that
Yay.
does kill 1 Plague
Woo.
Marine. Ouch.
Got 1.
You have to remove 1 in cover. because
Because I'm a cheater.
because you took the ones in cover. Imagine that.
I tried.
All right, we're gonna start off the charge phase. Big phase here. Are these troops?
They are troops.
Okay, and they fight twice, so obviously David's gonna be trying to chew through these fellas. He needs a 6 to get in here.
Blood for the blood god!
Dear God Almighty. No.
Yep.
Now that's an 11. That is an 11 right there. Okay. Does anyone else on this side of the table want to charge before we get over to that stuff?
Then
Oh, the
some
contemptor.
contemptor in the middle.
Okay.
He doesn't get blood for the blood god.
So what does
'cause
he
he's-
need? I assume
I
an
think
11,
an 11 will make it.
Damn it.
All right, now it's going to be the 2 deep strikers here. Who do you want to go with first?
I'm gonna go with.
What are you feeling?
I'm gonna go with the red butchers first.
The red butchers. Okay.
They do have an icon of wrath, so I can re-roll this.
Okay, for free. That's an 8. That doesn't make it because he needs to be 9 away. Now he needs to reroll both, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Doesn't make it. Okay.
Darn
But he does still have the warp talons, and unfortunately for you, Jonathan, you cannot Overwatch against them, as I know you
anyway.
would. Oh, now you can spend a CP here to try to get the 9, and you need to reroll both. That's the thing now, because when you reroll the charges, you need to reroll all the dice.
Nice. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I mean, listen, hey, I would.
Warp talons can't take an icon, which is why I have to spend a CP to do this. Unfortunately.
Okay, got it.
I wish they had an icon. That.
No,
All right.
okay, so Jonathan got a little lucky with the deep strikers. Obviously, this is something that he has to deal with. You know, this is no small feat. But we haven't moved them in yet. But this side might be in trouble. So let's let David do his fighting. All right, we're starting off the fight phase. This contemptor versus the demon prince. He came crashing through the forest like that scene in Dawn of War 2. All
Yes, pretty much. Except chaos over chaos.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I get 6 attacks, 4 base, 1 for double weapons, and then 1 on the charge. Because
Okay.
he is not a world leader. He's just an
Incredible.
alpha-legion.
all right, so this is gonna hit on what? 2,
3s.
3s.
Because
And the chain fist has no minus, right?
minus, no, not, there's no minus to
I'm
hit.
sorry, minus to hit is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so 3s. And that's
All
a good
hits.
hit roll.
Oh my God.
These are strength 14.
So that's 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
He rolled 2 1s, but that's still 4 that go through Jonathan.
Minus 4.
You need
so
a
it's probably on your invuln.
5 up invuln. Now, Jonathan, this is a chance to use a command point if you so choose. I'm not gonna
How
recommend
much
you
damage,
it,
my
but-
young friend?
2d3 each.
Yeah, so it's 2d3 minus 1.
I don't think
because
it's
of
worth
your,
it. I don't think it's worth it.
You don't think it's worth it? Okay.
I think he's gone.
Okay.
So, first one,
First one is 5 damage.
5 damage minus 1, so that's 4.
That's a 4. That's all.
5 damage.
That's all she wrote.
Okay, so that demon prince has been killed. Ouch.
And you have
That's-
assassinate,
that's-
don't you?
All right, so in the most interesting fight of the century, actually, Jonathan's going to spend 2 CP to interrupt and another 2 CP for 2 stratagems to really power up these Poxwalkers here. Jonathan, why don't you run us through all the buffs, because Typhus is here. Why don't you tell us all the buffs that they have?
So they're normally strength 3. With Putescent, they go to strength 4. And their boss man within 6 inches gives them another one, so it's strength 5.
Okay, interesting.
Wrathful Dead, I can reroll all hits.
Okay,
And Mutant Strain, any 6s are mortal wounds.
okay.
But if I
6
roll
to hit or 6 to
6 to hit.
6 to hit.
6 is to hit or mortal
And
wounds.
if I roll a 1, I die.
Ah.
So
Oh.
it's a little bit of fun for everybody.
Okay.
Okay, interesting,
So-
interesting.
So,
So,
running bet on how many 1 Jonathan's
okay.
There are 30.
This could, okay, listen, they're not updated yet. They still only got 1 wound each.
I'm very sad about
This
that.
could, in theory, wipe the unit.
in theory.
Can you imagine
Guaranteed.
Poxwalkers killing a unit of berserkers?
30 attack is the first 10.
Okay. So what do you hit on, actually?
Hit on 3.
So you're telling me 6 is to hit or mortal wounds?
hit on 4s. Yes.
Wait, can I read that to the audience? I want to make sure this is right. Wait, which one are we
Mutant
looking?
strength.
An unmodified hit roll of 6 inflicts what? So, Jonathan, you just did 4 mortal wounds.
And I'm not done yet, my friend. So these are hits.
Okay.
We'll re-roll these. So I'm going to lose a Poxwalker.
So, wait, okay, hold on. I just want to say, it says in addition to any normal damage.
Correct, sir. But I'm going to lose 1. Let's keep it fair.
So, Jonathan, so David
I've already lost 1. Dave already lost 4.
I would say that's a good
Ow.
trade. So do you want to roll these to wound, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's just wound.
Okay, so this
So
is
these are
3
3s.
now. All right, David, you got
2, 4, 6. No minus.
6.
And I only have 3 guys left.
Okay. It's just from,
All right, one more guy dies.
Okay. So do you want to? This is the next volley.
Oh, God.
The next volley.
This is how many dice?
We need 30 total.
They're dead.
They are dead,
They-
but I'll make sure I don't die.
Really?
Another one dies.
So 2 are dead.
Oh man.
So do you need to roll the last one to make?
I do to make sure I don't die.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. So I lost
What the hell kind of Poxwalkers
They're
are these?
super Poxwalkers.
Now, granted, that was
God.
4 CP.
That was 4 CP.
Jesus Christ!
But
Oh my
berserkers
God.
can tear through my army. I had to do it.
I can't believe what just happened.
Oh God.
We need Randy Marchman Savage. Poxwalkers!
I know, Jesus. They want to go against the Macho Marines. I think they can kill them.
Ah.
Yikes! All right, that's the end of the turn. A mixed bag. I mean, David failing the charges there hurt. The wiping of I can't believe it's a
I
real-
am still like shell
I mean,
shocked
listen,
from
listen. To be fair, to be in Jonathan's defense, that's cool. I do think that obviously this detachment has to have some benefits, right? Because you give up a lot.
No vehicles, no mortar. It's big.
Exactly. So I think that's pretty insane. I really didn't see that coming, but I do like the idea that a bunch of Poxwalkers just wiped out a unit of berserkers. That's funny to me. Maybe not as funny to David.
I know it is funny. I'm also just shell shocked at the same time.
Yeah, I know that was
Like I did not see that coming.
that was absolutely wild. But
I thought maybe like I'll lose like a couple because he'll attack first,
exactly.
and then I'll just blender them. But
Yeah.
wow, jeez Louise.
And now here's the thing. Jonathan doesn't have much to touch the Contemptor now that the Prince is gone. That's a big problem in his lines. We'll see what Jonathan does to take care of it. It's going to be his turn next. Let's see if he can capitalize on he kind of did make himself an opening here. So let's see what he can do. We'll go into turn 2 for the Death Guard, and let's see if they can kind of push back the Alpha Legion here. All right, people. After that last turn, I'm still in shock. I think we all are. Jonathan is sauntering forward,
I'd like to saunter.
as you should with the Death Guard. Everything kind of moved up. These guys are they going to do the action to the?
They're going to do the action for the mission-specific one, yeah.
Okay.
So whatever I hold at the end.
This is a very strong one for Jonathan. Again, David, you got 5 points last turn.
I
Right?
did.
So that's big in one turn. That's pretty wild. So.
We lost 3 Poxwalkers infecting this one.
Yes, they were infecting this one, which again is going to be another 3 points for you at the end of the game.
Is.
So Jonathan's really racking up these points. Again, this is David's kind of like first intro into kind of the match play, so he's kind of learning about like what he needs to be doing on the battlefield. So let's see. We're obviously helping him, trying to help him, but these guys came down. They spawned here. I painted these last night at a very late hour. And hopefully they're going to get some charges off against these fellas over here. So Jonathan, he does have a psychic phase. This is where he could do some mortal wounds here.
All right, let's do that first. Let's do it in the correct order this time.
All right.
So we'll do the Sorcerer.
Okay.
The Gift of Infection.
Gift of Infection.
So it's a rank 7.
A 7. Now that does go off on a
just
7.
a 7, Dave.
He does.
that gives what does that do
-1 toughness.
on these guys?
-1 toughness. Okay. So they will be -2 if they get close.
No, it doesn't stack.
Oh, it doesn't stack. Never mind. I have lied. Would you like to try to deny that one?
I am going to attempt to deny that
Okay.
with El Sorcerer back here.
7. That's
Cocked?
5. Sure. Go ahead.
Nope.
Still,
that's still
5 does not go off. Okay.
It doesn't-
well, sorry.
it does go off. I
David
don't
does
block
not
it.
go off.
We'll
But
do
this-
we'll do Lung Rot.
So these guys are at -1 toughness.
We'll do Lung Rot here.
Okay. Lung rot.
Another 7.
And that's a
10.
10. What does this do?
They can advance. They can only declare a charge within 6 inches,
Okay.
and they cannot reroll.
Well, that would limit their options a little
Okay.
bit. What's next?
Him, Curse of the Leper.
Curse of the Leper.
Orb charge 6.
Goes off on a 9.
9. Does it
David,
do
would you
anything
like to try to
different?
deny that?
That one is the.
Toughness 1.
And they are -1 toughness, right? Because
They are.
Okay.
That was the whole point of this one. Oh, you're looking at both. This is the one I
Yeah.
casted.
Okay. We'll let David decide. All right. So he got it on the 9. David's deciding not to try the 9. He's going to use Scorn of Sorcery, a CP, but it's going to be on a 4+ that he can deny this. Does not go off. That was big.
That was big. That was big.
Jonathan, what other power would you like?
We will do.
He's thinking.
I'm thinking. Give me a second.
All right, Jonathan is deciding because that happened. He is just going to smite. Goes off on a 5.
I'm going to attempt to deny with Altharius. I deny it.
On a
with 6.
6.
Damn it
By
all to
1.
hell.
Okay,
Damn
so
it
that
all to
was
hell.
big. Obviously, Jonathan wanted to get some psychic powers off so that he could, you know, put some hurt on these guys, but they are unscathed because of that scorn of sorcery. So now we have Typhus here, who looks like he just moved forward.
I forgot to move.
What's he going to do? Putrescent Vitality?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if that goes off.
Might need a 7.
It is a 7.
Okay, so that doesn't go off.
And then we'll do my
That does go off on a 7. Okay.
-1 to hit.
So they're -1 to hit. Okay. Interesting. So this is an interesting game we have here. It looks like a lot's going on this side. A little bit on this side. We'll see if Typhus, the commander, can hold. And I can tempt your Dreadnought right here. So let's see what Jonathan wants to do. We'll let him...
We're going to shoot briefly.
He's going to shoot briefly. All right, let's let him pick his targets. All right, first up, we're going to do a short shooting phase here. These Plague Marines going into the Warp Talons over there. 1 shot each. Now that's all hits. Pretty good. That is 2 wounds, David.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
3 ups.
3 ups.
Oh,
Fails
goodness.
1. 1 goes down. Okay. A lot of attacks gone. Not inconsequential. You got some Marines up here. Do they want to shoot at anything?
They do. There are... He killed one. There's 4.
Okay.
With an 18.
It looks like they are. I can't really tell. From
Yes, we're good. So it'll
Okay.
be 8 shots.
8 shots. Okay.
We'll do this twice.
Okay. First round. Good. 2
2
wounds so far.
wounds.
And then, can you get any more? 3 wounds, David.
3 total.
3 wounds. And we're good.
Very good. Okay.
Jackass.
All right, next up, these Plague Marines. 5 shots on these Marines here. We really are playing War's Heresy today.
Just 1.
1 wound. 3 up.
We're
He's good. Okay.
I believe that's the end of the shooting.
Yep, Typhus' gun, I think.
Typhus has a gun?
I think he does. Doesn't he have? Doesn't he shoot bees at you or something?
We're going to look it up.
All right, first up, these Poxwalkers charging into those Marines.
2.
I'm assuming.
Poxwalker power!
I'm assuming David does not want to Overwatch. Okay.
All right, we'll go with the Chaos Spawn.
The Chaos Spawn. Who are they declaring?
They're 9 inches away from both, so we're going to double declare.
Okay.
And we'll make
Okay,
it for
that
a
might
mile.
be. Okay. For sure.
Hey!
That's a no. Do you want to
CP.
reroll?
We have to.
Oh, 12. Okay. Interesting. Great roll there. Let's see what he puts on. All right, over on this side, Jonathan has poorly placed his models down there. But,
There's a zombie
it's
horde in
it's a
the
5-inch
doorway.
charge. They do make it. They're getting into the Warp Talons. Okay. This is what this list is trying to accomplish. Again, not really trying to kill things, but maybe just tie them up and hold off until the end of the game. Quite an interesting play style.
I love it.
It's very unique. Jonathan is a unique player, so I'm glad that he found something that he likes. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in the fight. Do you have any more charges, by the way?
No, sir, we're done.
Okay, so we'll
No,
let
the charge
Jonathan move
contemptor.
all of his stuff in.
Oh, the Contemptor. Of course I'm going to charge the Contemptor.
Oh.
Yeah. Double flamer, though, right?
All right, let's let him decide. All right, people. So here's an interesting thing. We were talking about this. I've given Jonathan a little bit of my advice. I don't know if it's the right advice, is the thing. Because according to Jonathan, when he starts charging, he gets in trouble. Not from me, though. I respect his decision. Essentially, what's happening here is this Contemptor. Oh, I hope you guys aren't hearing that in the audio. I keep prickling the leaves there. He's going to charge with these Poxwalkers into the Contemptor. David will obviously like to Overwatch. He needs the points, and the Flamers are going to be nasty. They're soaking the Overwatch. This unit here is going to try to charge in, and he's going to try to do that 2 CP combo to try to mortal wound the Contemptor to death. Now, it will mean that Jonathan will have no CP left.
Yeah.
But I think I recommended this play to Jonathan. Again, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. So, Jonathan, if you lose, I will take full responsibility.
100%.
But I just think personally, because David doesn't have Armor of Contempt with Chaos, I think it's the best chance to get rid of the Contempt right now. But again, he could just whiff. It could go very poorly for Jonathan. And he could basically just be sacrificing a unit of Poxwalkers right here. And again, he will be on a donut with a CP. So, Jonathan, on camera, is this the decision you're going with?
Yeah.
He doesn't sound too thrilled about it. David will Overwatch.
It all
gonna go
depends
into
on
Overwatch.
Overwatch right here.
Okay, so David, go ahead and Overwatch.
It's how many CP?
1 CP.
1 CP?
Correct.
Still not used to that costing a CP.
Yeah,
Alright.
it is a big change. I said it didn't matter, but I think here it certainly does matter.
How many zombies are in the first one
There
for
are,
the blast?
it looks like there's 12.
12, so I'm still getting
Just
max.
enough.
Still getting max for the
Correct. So this is 6s.
frag missiles.
That's 3 hits. Okay.
3 hits. And
One wound, sir. He does not say that one zombie is gone.
All right.
What's next?
Is 2 heavy flamers. For
7
7 shots.
Okay, not terrible.
You can't take. You have to take the average.
3 is to wound you.
That will be 6 wounds.
6. Okay, a good wound roll. A good wound roll.
Goat, son of a bitch.
There
He
we
does
go.
lose 6, but the unit's still alive. And again, it really will just eat up the Overwatch. Jonathan,
So
go ahead.
that's-
Roll your.
Oh, roll.
You can roll and then remove casualties.
And
That's
then
an 11.
The second one.
A 6. Okay, so they're both very easily in. Let's see what he does. All right, we're gonna go here first. We're gonna go with the spawn here, Mr. Jonathan.
We're gonna mutate the spawn.
What does the mutation do?
You roll on the table. So number 1 until the end of the phase, I have an AP of -4. That's gonna be nice, David.
Really? What army is this?
This is gonna be fantastic.
I think he's making the rules up because that sounds really good.
I think that's just normal that's normal spawn in
There,
general.
yeah, there's nothing
Jeez.
special. Well, you can make them special, but it costs way too much CP.
Okay.
So this is
So it's 2d3 each.
2d3 each.
Attacks. Okay, so go ahead and roll. You can just roll them all together. That looks about average. And then, yeah, that looks maybe a
So I'm missing
little.
one dice.
Do you want to grab one real quick, or looks like David's coming in for the assist.
Yeah, so we need one here, one here, one here.
Okay.
Go. Oh no, one more, David.
Nope, you already got that one.
Oh, I do.
That one.
Okay.
That's right.
Jonathan trying to cheat, taking a page out of my book.
These are 4s, David.
Okay.
No re-rolls. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not a great hit.
Shit.
These are 2 damage -4. What's the strength
I'm
here?
strength 5.
I am T4.
So you have 3s to wound.
You're actually T3, my friend, because I'm right next to you.
Okay.
That doesn't make a
That's
difference, but I'm excited to tell the rule. 3s,
Okay, that was a good wound roll. So that's
5
5.
-4.
so David. You got some 5-ups to make here. This is going on your invuln.
Yep.
Each one will be a dead Terminator because unfortunately GW hates chaos.
Yep. Chaos has not got the +1 wound buff.
Yeah.
that
Otherwise, it would be
Wolverine's have.
huge. He makes 2.
Me too.
So 3 are dead. That's still. I think that was the right choice. So that's big. That's big for sure. But again, these are the guys that can fight twice. So yeah. David, would you like to interrupt?
I am.
Okay.
I'm actually going to interrupt with the warp talent.
You're gonna interrupt with the warp talons. Okay, interesting. What do you have to say about that, John?
I expected it, and I'm going to take a beating because of it.
Okay. All right. So now David's gonna interrupt with these warp talons. The right move. The
Yes.
right move.
They have a lot of attacks.
They do. They have. You said 5 each.
5 each, 6 on the sergeant. On the champion.
Okay.
So I needed to break out a different bucket of dice because I needed more.
So you need 3s here,
I need 3s to
and
hit.
it doesn't look like you missed that many.
That was
David, it does not look like you missed very many.
missed 7.
You missed 7. That's not right.
That's about right.
Now
And
this is gonna be
Fours
4
to
to wound,
wound.
but with a reroll.
with the
because
reroll, because lightning claws.
Lightning claws.
Just double checking to make sure they are in fact, yeah, strength 4.
Okay. Okay.
Good thing for the reroll.
Yeah, looks like you dropped a few there, but there's the reroll. Helps a little bit. How many
Helps
are we
quite
looking
a
at
bit.
here?
10.
The toughness 4 on the Poxwalkers is a really big buff.
Poxwalker power!
Surprisingly, more people don't use it. 10?
Save 2,
so
8 die.
go down. Okay. Splat. Alright, 12 attacks on the Poxwalkers. Sorry, 12 Poxwalkers left. 24 attacks. They really have 2 each?
They have 2 each.
That's a huge buff. I don't hear anyone talk about these Poxwalkers.
Hitting on force, no rerolls.
I think the problem is that nobody other than Jonathan has this many Poxwalkers.
That's true.
So that's why you never hear about them.
Okay. Now the thing is that these guys are toughness 3, right?
They are.
Because you have your death guard.
3 to wound, didn't make a difference.
Force to wound because they
Force
do
wound, excuse me.
strength.
So
Or
minus
no, no,
one
no.
toughness.
strength 3.
Minus
Right?
1 toughness. Oh yeah, strength 3, you're right,
I'm
force.
minus 1 toughness because I'm just
So
close to any of
6.
your units.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got 6 wounds there, David.
Hang on, there's a little more coming.
Okay.
So it's 20.
So you got 6 wounds so far, David.
Okay.
So 24.
24 total.
Okay. What do they hit on?
Force.
Okay. 2
So
more.
they're good. 2 more.
So
damage.
8.
8
8
total.
saves. These things are nasty.
They are.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm dead. No, I'm not. I have one guy left.
One guy is left alive. What is going on here? These Poxwalkers are so good. Nope. Everyone said they suck.
No. I never said they suck.
I know you did.
I love them.
But the
I think
internet.
the problem, again, I think the
We'll
problem
save
is
this
that
for the
nobody
end.
other than Jonathan
okay.
has this many of them.
Exactly. Okay.
Everybody's used to like one or two squads.
Exactly.
All right, these Poxwalkers up next. We're gonna save the Dreadnought for the final,
The grand finale.
the grand finale. Okay, Jonathan.
4s, no rerolls.
4s, no rerolls. Now, are those symbols? Are those 6s or 1s?
6s.
Okay.
Whatever helps me the most. Okay.
Now,
And these are 4s again.
4s again. Yes. So it looks like David, you have 5, 6,
6 wounds.
6 wounds. Is that it for them, Jonathan?
That's all I got.
Okay, 6 wounds on these Marines. Lose 3. Okay, ouch. Again, the lack of 2 wounds really
It is.
hurting the Chaos players right now.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure Jonathan's happy
Not
about this.
mine. I know.
All right, so we're going here with the bigger unit, obviously. We're playing the 2 stratagems once again to make it so that 6s to hit. And I just want to say this. You can read it right there, people. I'm modified hit roll of 6, not a wound roll. So, 6s are going to be mortal wounds. We're just going to try to mortal wound this thing. Jonathan can also reroll all hits. He doesn't have to reroll failed hits if he wants to fish for more 6s.
We're going fishing, kids.
All right, 32 attacks. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Jonathan.
Ow.
So that's
That's just 4. Oh, 5.
5 mortal wounds already.
All right.
Sorry, he's got to reroll all of these.
We're going fishing, kids.
Now, it is important to note that 1s are going to be
Ones are
mortal
gonna kill
wounds
him.
on himself. Oh yeah, well, we'll help Jonathan a little bit there. Can he get, how many mortal wounds does he need? Okay. 3.
Now we'll do hits. Oh, hang on. Mortal wounds on me.
Yes, so looks like you got 5 mortal wounds.
5.
Do you get to ignore those.
Let
Do
me
you
do
want to
my-
just do the DR? Saves 2.
So I lost
3
3.
are dead.
And we still hit on 4s.
Yes. Now, here's another thing
In
that
addition.
makes this ridiculous. It's in addition.
I knew he was going to say that.
So can he get 1 more wound through on this Contemptor is the question.
Okay, so we have what? You got these down? 8?
8
Yes.
so far.
And I need 5s?
He's minus-
strength 6.
three.
Or toughness
Minus 1
6,
toughness.
right?
No, it's still
What's
6.
his strength?
Yeah.
6.
3.
There's 3 there.
4.
4. Oh, 3, no, because you need 6. Because these guys are only strength 3, right?
Yeah.
All right, David, you need to make a single save here.
I need, well,
No,
no,
no, you need to.
I need to make all of them because
Yes, you
he has
cannot fail
9
one.
wounds. He's taken 8 mortal wounds.
Okay. All
So,
right.
there's no AP on these, right?
No.
Okay. These
Jesus
are
Christ.
3 up saves. He
He
died.
fails 1. No, the Contemptor's dead.
Power.
You can CP. You can
I can
CP.
CP that. I'm going to CP that
I would.
because I don't want him to die. He
Okay.
doesn't die.
Okay, so it's gonna take the next unit.
Oh, yeah. There's only 2 are in.
Only 2?
Yeah, because I wanted to get the
Oh.
max in here, so it's going to
Okay.
be 2.
So listen, I still think it was worth it. He
Oh,
didn't
hell
kill
yeah.
it, but I still think that getting him, within the smite range is important.
You're
No.
good, Dave.
So the Contemptor lives. You can strike back with him.
I can. That was horrifying.
Okay, so I still think it was worth it.
I agree.
The gambit didn't quite pay off because he lived, but I still think that was the right move on Jonathan's part. Okay, David.
I'm going to go for the smaller squad.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah, these guys do not degrade. That's
Yes.
another big thing. So
This-
although he is on 1 wound.
That will be 3.
Okay. Oh no, that's multiple damage. It doesn't matter. We're
Oh.
just gonna say 3 dead. So,
3 dead.
and then do you want to go with who do you want to go with next? The Terminators?
Terminators, because I've actually. Oh, that's.
Well, I guess you could go here. and
We'll
there.
go with that.
Oh,
I'll go with
okay.
that one dude left.
The sergeant on this side. I'm not gonna
The
go there.
aspiring champion.
We're just gonna roll it up.
Yep.
All
3
right.
attacks with his chain axe. 3 hits.
3 hits. How much?
Oh
damage?
no, 2 hits because they're miasma, so they're
That's
minus
true.
1 hit.
Yes.
Good call.
Which brings me to strength 5, so 3s to wound. Nope, no wounds.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, now it's up to these Terminators, and these guys get to fight twice, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so they're gonna have a lot of attacks. We can
Yes.
probably do both rounds at the same time if you'd like.
Yeah, assuming I have enough dice.
Okay, we'll grab the dice.
Have a 3 up, say, what's the
All right, so now
2.
we're gonna go into the spawn here.
I think 2. Check.
Into these, the
Yeah.
Terminator is going to the spawn, and again, these are the guys that David is making fight twice.
Yes.
So he's getting a lot of attacks, so we're just going to do both rounds at once. So David, go ahead and roll it up.
All
What
right.
are they called? Red Butchers?
Yes,
I like
Red Butchers.
We don't have
It's
a lot of
a
red on
30k throwback. Well, not yet. I didn't paint that on until I saw until I could actually use them.
That looks like a lot of hits.
There's a 2. Thank God.
Yeah.
Just a few
Now
hits.
that looks like a lot of hits.
Yeah,
Now,
that's a
I'd just
lot.
like to remind everyone this is from 2 guys.
Fighting twice.
Imagine if the rest of the squad is still here.
Yes.
Oh, what's the toughness on these guys, Jonathan? 5. So
All right. Hitting one
five
of fours. They're
Or-
plus
oh,
1
the
strength from red
5.
butchers.
Yes, yes.
And rerolling.
4s with a reroll.
4s rerolling.
Okay, that looked like a good roll. Looked like a very good roll, and the reroll certainly.
No, it wasn't as good as it looked.
Oh.
But
Well, the
Here
reroll.
they
the
come.
reroll.
Run still.
Reroll.
Oh, God.
How many we got there?
Cocked. Many. 5, 10, 14 at minus 2.
14 wounds, Jonathan. Do you have an invuln save on these guys?
No.
Are these aren't demons?
Yep, no, they're not.
So what's their save normally?
It's a 3-up, so it's
So it goes to 5.
fives.
Okay, 5 up anyways. Saves a decent amount, but
Pretty good,
there is
actually.
definitely some spawn.
So
dead.
1 and 1 wound.
They have 5
Oh,
each.
that
They have
was
5 each.
that was a really good
Jesus.
save roll. So still 1 spawn down. Did they have morale to take? We actually will have to take morale coming up. So
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
turn off the
we'll do
camera
morale,
and
we'll do
we'll
morale
mark it up. All right. So Jonathan is good on his morale. We're gonna do David's morale. Do you want to start with this guy, David?
Yeah.
What's his leadership?
Leadership 8, because he's
Okay.
a firing champion. He lost 4, so I need to 4 or
Um,
lower, right?
A 5.
5.
A 5 to run. Okay, so he runs away, unfortunately. So 1 guy is gone.
He's gone.
Terminator's over here. What's their leadership?
7?
No, I think 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
Leadership 9.
Okay, so I don't think they can actually fail. So
Lost
Hmm.
3. So yeah.
yeah, they can't fail. The Warp Talon maybe.
Warp Talon is leadership 8.
So what's his leadership? All right, sorry. How many? He lost 4.
Lost 4.
So a 5 or 6 again.
Okay.
A 1. By the way, a
1
1 auto
auto
passes no matter what. Good
Cool.
old insane bravery, and that's it. That's it. David, how are you feeling right now? Because let me tell you, I didn't expect the Poxwalkers to hit this hard.
Yeah,
But
I didn't expect them to kill the Zerkers. Well, not quite cripple the Contemptor, but almost kill the Contemptor.
yeah, he's got 1 wound left.
I wasn't quite expect. I was hoping to have a few more guys left over here too.
Yeah, and I think another thing that we were saying, a really big thing is the fact that these guys don't have 2 wounds yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the amount of Poxwalker attacks, just 1 failed armor save, killing a Marine hurts a lot. But again, David still has the firepower. The game is not over. That's the beauty about Ninth. So David can kind of play for the late game here. Try to ship Jonathan off these objectives and go for his own secondaries as we go into turn 3 for the Alpha Legion. All right, Alpha Legion have finished their turn 3 movement phase. They have to hit back. We were just saying that was a very devastating turn for Jonathan, but he's got no CP.
No, I still got
it's-
DCP.
No, I mean
Jonathan has
Jonathan has no
I have
CP.
2.
I think it's 100% possible for the Alpha Legion to come back. What David's basically working on, and we told him this, he's going to try to work on getting these 3 objectives, because he did take this one. He's working on getting these 3 objectives this turn. That's very important. So things have shuffled this way to take care of the spawn. These guys have fallen out of combat. His guys that returned from Deep Strike
Are
have
here.
come down, and they are looking to shoot this guy in the face with their multi-guns. This guy has fallen back out from over there, and if we go around this way onto this side of the board, the missile launchers, did they move or did they
Nope,
stay?
they stayed there because they
Okay.
kind of like their sight lines where they are.
Okay, so they're staying stationary, and this Land Raider is finally coming out to play because Typhus is out in the open, so he could be taking 8 melta shots to the face.
Hopefully.
Okay, and also, what's this guy? What's his name?
That's just the World Eater's Dark Apostle.
Yeah, so he's coming forward, trying to do something in the coming turns. So, again, this could be a big turn for Dave. He's got to work on clearing these objectives off and setting himself up for the late game. David did say he had some shenanigans.
Yes.
What are the shenanigans?
Shenanigans. My Warlord trait on Alfarius, Faceless Commander.
Okay.
Once per battle, at the end of my movement phase, you
Well,
remove your Warlord from the battlefield and set
Okay.
them up within 3 inches of a friendly Alpha Legion unit and more than 9
Oh.
inches away from the enemy.
Okay, interesting. So now he's on this side. Obviously not Alfarius. He's a demon prince.
It's Alfarius. I'm the Alpha Legion. Everybody's Alfarius.
He is
except for
Alfarius.
the World Eaters.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll give reroll 1s over here, and he can try to charge. So that's it. We'll go into the psychic phase. We'll see what Dave's plan. We'll see if he can clear these objectives of some zombies. All right, so first off, we're going to go with Alfarius here, the demon prince. He's going to be casting a mental interrogation.
Mental interrogation on the sorcerer.
Yes, David, need those points. Goes up
On
to
a
5. Deny. Oh, that is denied. Unfortunate. One of the downsides of having that one, it's easy to cast, but it's also deniable.
Yep. All right.
So, sorcerer over here.
He's going to cast Prescience, or attempt to cast Prescience on the Havocs.
On the Havocs.
Nope.
Do you need 6 or 7?
Need a 7.
Okay, so you're gonna let that go.
Let that one go.
Okay. Do you have any more psychic cards?
I
Oh,
do.
let's not forget your Zeech thing.
Yes.
So on 6s, Jonathan will be taking some mortal wounds.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That'll.
Your Icon of Flame.
Yes, that'll happen in a second.
Okay.
All right. And then
Maybe we can just do that off camera.
he's going to attempt to smite.
Okay.
That on a 7.
7. Okay.
Do you have somebody with
Typhus. We just tied.
So it
goes
does
off?
go off. So D3 mortal wounds. I think on the Poxwalkers.
Poxwalkers. One mortal
One
wound.
mortal wound. Will Jonathan save it?
Ah.
Jonathan saves it.
Poxwalker power!
Okay, unfortunate.
And then Icon of Flames.
Icon of Flames, yeah.
On a 6.
1 here.
Nope. On
Nope.
a 6. No.
No.
On a 6. Hey!
Hey!
One mortal wound on these guys.
Okay, it worked. Yay, it did something. Alright, so that's it. Let's see what David wants to shoot. Not the best psychic base. He did fail to get his power up, but again,
Yeah.
main goal is to kill some things. So let's see if we can do that. Alright, this is big. This is big. We need this to go off. So
The Achilles.
the Achilles is going to shoot the thing that doesn't need line of sight into these guys right here, and then he's going to shoot the Melt-A-Guns into Typhus. So, go ahead.
Mortar first at the Poxwalkers. That wasn't as fantastic.
Okay, not a great hit. But again, it's a wound roll.
Yep.
He needs to clear these fellas out of here.
Force to wound. That's not enough.
Not enough. Only 3.
3.
Okay. And he saves one of them. 2 of them are gone, and they are fearless. So we don't have to worry about that. And that was the only thing that was kind of in range and line of sight of those guys. So that is unfortunate. But can we kill Typhus?
I have 2 twin multi-meltas, so that's
Yes.
8 melta-shots
8 Melt-A-Shots.
at Typhus.
That's true. They did buff the multi-meltas.
Yes.
Now that looks like a lot of hits there.
7 hits.
So 3s to wound. That looks like a lot of wounds.
That will be 5 wounds, Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan, you got 5. What's his invuln save?
4.
A 4 up. No CP to reroll this. Oh. Okay, so you do have to roll this because it's -1 damage.
Ow.
But 46. Oh, Typhus.
That
How
will
many wounds
be
is Typhus?
15 wounds.
Oh, I don't think.
Or 15 damage.
That was a bad play on my part. Bad play.
Unfortunate.
And that's 3 for assassinate, David.
Pew!
Oh, that was a big one.
And you cleared the objective.
And I
That you
cleared
did
That was
clear
an
the objective.
excellent. That was a big swing for you.
That was a big swing. That was a very big swing. Very cool.
That was-
Next up, we're going to go for another assassinate. These guys shooting into what? The sorcerer?
Yes.
Okay, the sorcerer.
2 melta-guns and a combi melta.
Okay.
And rerolling
Rerolling
ones
the one
because of
because-
Alfarius right next to him.
Farius has come up. Oh, it pays off.
3 hits.
3 to wound.
3s to wound. One wound.
Just 1. Do you want to CP any of those? You can. I want
Yeah, I'm going to use 1 CP. And,
to. Okay.
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't
Yeah,
even
Are
pay
these
off.
meltas?
Wait. What's his toughness? Toughness 5 or 4? Because actually, the 2 could wound, potentially, if he's
2
toughness 4.
Because one of these was other.
T5.
T5.
T5. Okay, so it does. So, yeah. So just 1 goes
What's the
through.
minus?
Many.
I assume you have an invuln?
I do.
Okay, so
Terminator.
he is held against the Melt-A-Guns.
And then 2 bolt pistols because might as well. These are gonna. I was supposed to say these are gonna do more damage, but they missed. They didn't wound.
They
did not wound.
They
They
didn't.
didn't wound.
So that's unfortunate, but again, he still can charge with the Demon Prince and still get that kill. So
Yep.
not the end of the world yet.
Give it a shot.
What do you want to do next?
All right. Next, these guys are gonna fire at the spawn.
Okay.
Did the spawn have any damage reduction shenanigans?
I didn't pay for it.
Cool. We are going to rapid fire the plasma guns. We're going to be ballsy and overheat them.
Okay.
Overcharge.
You might want to fire your regular bolters first because 1's on 1 wound, so that
That's
maybe
right.
maybe
Yes.
try to peel this guy off.
2 bolt pistols. 1 hit.
What's the toughest?
5.
Okay,
Nope,
so
no
no
wound.
wound. Okay,
Okay.
so now you can do the plasma gun.
Plasma guns. 1 guy kills
Oh.
himself.
Okay, the 1 guy is dead, but that's a lot of hits. Luckily,
And I don't have any real 1s over here, unfortunately.
so 3 to wound. Okay, so that's 4 at -3.
3. So the 6 up saves.
6 up saves.
Woo!
David.
Okay, so I think 1 is dead.
1 is dead, and then they're 2 each.
2 each.
You overcharge, so that's 2 dead.
So wait, so they have 5 wounds each?
They have 5 wounds.
Okay, so yeah, so that is 2 dead in total. All right, next up, these Marines here also shooting into the spawn. Do they want to shoot into the spawn? I didn't.
They're actually going to shoot at these guys.
The Poxwalkers. Okay.
Poxwalkers.
All right. So
Oh,
this will be a minus one to hit.
The bolt guns are going to fire at the Poxwalkers.
Okay.
The plasma gun is going to fire at the spawn.
Fair enough.
Bolt guns.
So forced to hit here because of
Oh,
the minus
miasma
one.
pestilence.
Forced to wound here.
One wound.
One wound. That toughness 4 is very helpful. And you
Poxwalkers.
saves it. Plasma gun rapid fire.
Plasma
Are
gun.
you overcharging?
Open firing. Overcharging. One hit.
One hit.
Didn't kill myself this time though. One wound.
One wound, Jonathan.
6. Nope.
No, another 2 damage down on 1. Okay. The Hellright shooting his Flamer and Soul Burner pistol into these Poxwalkers.
Flamer gets 5
5
shots.
shots, beautiful.
Excellent. 4 is to wound because it's just a normal flamer.
3
3
wounds.
wounds.
Jonathan, you got
Three?
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
All 1 damage. Okay, 3 dead.
Excellent. And the Soul Burner pistol. Soul Burner pistol's weird and Forge World, so I'm going to explain it. It is at 12 inches, pistol
Right.
2. Each successful hit roll is a mortal wound.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yes.
So,
But if I roll a 1 to hit, I take a mortal wound as well.
got it.
So,
Kind
they
of
are
a plasma
miasma.
gun.
He is BS3. He is BS2 normally.
So,
So hitting on 3s, I take a mortal wound and I deal 1.
Okay, so that's just 1 more.
1 and 1.
wound. Okay, another 1 is gone. All right, so the Contemptor here is going to shoot his Flamers into the big squad, everything into the big squad.
Yeah, it's actually going to do flamers into the big squad, and then the 2 crack missiles are actually going to go into the single remaining Poxwalker from the second squad.
All right, sounds
So,
good.
the 2 anti-tank missiles at that 1 zombie don't hit.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, because they are minus 1 to hit because of, I mean, they would have missed anyways, but
Yep.
Heavy's minus 1, okay.
And then flamers.
Flamers.
9
9
shots.
Okay. He's going to be wounding on 3s.
Yep.
And Jonathan.
Not fantastic. 4 wounds. I rolled a lot of 2s.
Saves 2 as well. Okay, the Flamers only killed 2 zombies in the end. I think it's just the missile launchers
Just
left.
the missile launchers.
Yeah, let's see where he wants to shoot first. Alright, so next up we're going to do these missile launchers. Bolter from the champion, or the big guy, he's going to shoot into them, and the rest is going to go all the way over here into these spawn. So who do you want to shoot with first?
Bolter first. 1 hit.
Because of miasma.
And 1 wound.
Okay. That's
Excellent.
one is dead.
And then 4 crack missiles at the spawn.
Crack missiles at the spawn.
Or I could miss with 3
That's
of them.
3 2s. Ouch. Okay.
This is why I wanted prescience on them, but I failed. And that's
Okay.
a wound, though.
Minus
That
2?
is 2.
5s?
Nope. 1 goes through.
D6 damage.
So you need to roll a 2 here to kill 1.
I rolled a
That
4.
does kill
So I got
1.
There you go.
Another spawn is down, and that is it for David's shooting phase. A mixed bag. He did kill Typhus. That was pretty awesome. He did obviously want to kill these guys, and I think he did want to kill. There's only 2 left, though.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does in the charge phase, because there's some big charges to go off. Again, if Alfarius over here, aka David Prince, can make it into this character, that's going to be another one for Assassinate. So let's see what David does in his charge phase. Alright, so David's going to do the charge phase. Alfarius / the Demon Prince charging into this Chaos Sorcerer. Need a 9. Oh! Okay, you can CP that
I
if you
have 1
want.
CP left.
You got 1 CP left.
I'm
Could be big. I'll let David decide what does he want to do.
going to do it.
Okay.
Need the points for assassinate, don't make
Oh, okay, he doesn't make it. That's unfortunate. What about this one over here?
it. And then my Dark Apostle is going to charge the zombies.
Sorry, I didn't really
9
go
inches
there.
again. He made
He
it.
made it. I think he wanted this one, though. I think he wanted that over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get fighting there. Again, unfortunate. This is the power of, armies like this where they just kind of wear you down. Like when they kind of limit your options, and maybe they're trying to get the time to run out. But yeah, let's see. Let's see this fight phase.
Okay.
All right, so now it's up for this guy right here. He is I forget it. I always
He's
forget
a
his name.
Dark
He
Apostle.
looks like a dark angel to me.
That might have been the original model, yes.
He is attacking these Poxwalkers -1 because of miasma.
Yep. He is hitting on 2s normally, 3s now. 5 attacks on the charge because he's a world eater. 3
Thank
hits.
you, miasma. Say thank you, miasma.
And these are strength 5 plus 1 for soul teleportance, so wounding on 2s. 2s! 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Wait, how much damage is this though?
2 damage.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because you failed all of them, but 3 Poxwalkers dead. All right, Jonathan, you get to choose now. So, you want to see if you can bring this Contemptor down?
1000%.
Alright, the Poxwalkers, can they bring the Contemptor down? He's got 1 wound left. They can't mortal wound him, but they can scrape away at him. Gum up his insides, or his joints, I should say.
Definitely hit really well, though.
Okay, so you're hitting on 4s. Okay.
Look right.
Yep. So 6s to wound here. Can they kill his Contemptor? Let's see. Oh, that's 5 wounds. Okay. David, you got 5 3-ups to make. Can you save the Contemptor?
Come on, Alpharius. Nope.
No! Oh my gosh, that's 4 wounds!
All right.
The Contemptor is dead. Does he blow up?
Does he explode on a 6? He does not.
He does not. Jonathan, how do you feel about that?
Pleased. Took me 1 turn too many, if you ask me.
Okay, well, with that, that is the end of the Alpha Legion turn 3. David, what are your thoughts here?
Did not go as planned, especially the fatal charge with Alpharius.
Yeah, that was big.
It was a good punchback, though.
How are you feeling about this?
I'm thin. Not in real life, but on the table.
Fair enough. Okay, so Jonathan will have his turn 3. We'll get back to you in a little bit. We'll see what he wants to do. Points-wise, he is running away with it. And again, losing Contemptor is big. This army is crazy.
I did.
Okay, so we forgot to do this fight. I decided we'll do it off camera because I won't do anything. And this is all the wounds Jonathan got through, so that's 6. David, 6 wounds on your apostle. 3-ups. I assume he has more than 3 wounds.
He has 4 wounds.
Regardless,
He barely survived.
Jonathan, I stand correct.
I'll get him next time.
All right, everybody, this is the end of the Alpha Legion movement phase. We just had a nice lunch here, so I forget what's happening.
The Death Guard movement phase.
Death Guard movement phase, yes, of course.
What's it called? The Poxwalker movement phase.
So these guys are going to flip this. So they're
we're
going
gonna
to take some mortal wounds, but they're going to get some points at the end, 2.
2.
So that is 1 of them dead. And
anymore?
The Plague Marines lost it.
yeah, they do not have kill no payment. Unfortunately.
Again, me learning new edition. Sorry.
Yes. Everything's kind of moving around here. These guys will want to finish off the Terminators. And something important to note, again, I got to come around this light because I don't want to hit some cords. These guys with the wings, they're possessed. Coming over here looking to tie up the Land Raider. So yeah, Jonathan had these guys in reserve. He's been saving them. Now is their time to shine. So Jonathan, I think you're in a strong position here.
Psychic phase.
All right, first things first, this Chaos guy in the Chaos Lord, in the Psychic phase, what's he going to do?
Gift of Infection.
Gift of Infection, okay.
He's going to reduce the toughness of these clowns if I can get a 7.
Okay, he called them clowns. Now that's an 8. Would you like to try to deny that, David?
You're doing it on the Raptors?
I am.
No, we'll let that one pass.
Okay.
He will smite Alpharius for 7.
7. Okay, Alpharius. Oh.
Denies
He
on a
will
10.
not.
He says no.
He
thank
will
you.
not. These guys have been very good at denying.
The plague caster.
I have
Plague
much tonight.
Caster. Oh, this one right here. Okay.
Endlessly frustrating.
Oh yeah, Easy is also here as well. I don't know if
We'll
you
do
mentioned that.
curse of
Don't be alarmed. He is here.
We were trash talking the orcs earlier, and
Yeah, exactly.
Easy, right?
He came in. He had to bash them heads.
Can't let that slide.
What's his toughness?
7, 6. I think 6.
All right, Jonathan's going to cast his X-Power. Before we do that, we're just going to say real quick, Curse of the Leper hits the closest unit. It would have to go onto Alpharius / the Demon Prince.
But he already has the -1, doesn't make a difference.
Correct, because of your chapter tactic. So to speak.
Correct.
So what are you going to cast now?
I think we're just going to do.
After you there.
We'll do Curse of the Leper.
Curse of the Leper, okay?
So
go ahead.
7d6. He's going to start throw me 5.
Well, I
I got to cast it first.
Let's
That's
cast
the
it
problem.
first.
See, that's the problem. Okay,
Okay,
8.
so that does go off. Easy with the assist. Always good to have another pair of hands on deck here.
And for each dice roll that exceeds the enemy toughness, it suffers more mortal wounds.
And this is on who?
The Demon Prince.
The Demon Prince. And now he
So
will
from
be...
6 to 5, so I need 6s. This is a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Just
One mortal
Just one
wound. Yay. Yay.
That was very exciting for everyone involved.
All right, next up, Smite. Going into Alpharius. Does go off on a 7, D3, 2.
2 more.
So he's taking a total of 3 mortal wounds. He's down to 5.
That's the end of the psychic phase.
Okay. All right, Bolters into the Demon Prince to start off the shooting phase. Well, that's a good hit roll.
Which bolters?
Here.
Those ones? Okay, they're -1 to hit, not that it mattered.
Oh,
So you're -1 to hit, then I looked at the rolls and saw all 5s.
Yeah,
Never
because
mind.
He's Alpha Legion.
Is it
so.
still 5s? So just 2 damage?
2.
2. 3 ups. Made a bolt.
Good. Okay.
All right, we'll do the same thing with the guys in front.
Next unit. Okay.
They're not -1 to hit.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Plague Marines.
8 is Corn's number, and once again, the -1 to hit wouldn't have mattered anyways.
I need that to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound.
Okay.
This is the one I fail.
A 3 up.
No,
Oh,
okay, there we
he's
go.
good. Okay, and then you have 1 more
This
unit.
is devastating.
Is it? Is it
Hey, we're not allowed to
devastating?
talk about that with those damn Poxwalkers.
All right, here to here.
Okay. So these guys aren't covered because they're infantry.
The -1 apply? No.
Nope, you're within 12 inches.
3 wounds, but David will have a 2 up save here. And
good.
he 6 the landing. Didn't even need the 2 up. Anything else? Anything else to shoot?
Yeah, we'll go to that side of the board.
Okay. All right, now we have 1 whole bolter shot going into these. That's it. No wound. They're toughness 5. 2 of them 500. Anyways, but is that it for your shooting?
I believe so.
Okay, so that's it for the shooting phase
Oh,
again.
no, he's got a bolt pistol. They both
Oh.
have bolt pistols.
Oh, here. Well, that guy looks like he has a storm bolter, actually.
Oh, yeah, he does have stone. And that's rapid fire too, right?
Yep. Okay.
No
Okay,
wounds?
so nothing happens.
And then the pistol?
Now the bolt pistol will wound. I can feel it.
It will. No.
No, it doesn't. Okay, that's
I'm
it.
not meant to shoot. I'm not meant to shoot.
I
Don't worry
agree.
about it.
Listen, I agree. Hey, you're in a strong position. So let's get into the charge phase. Let's see what Jonathan does. All right, first up in the charge phase, these Poxwalkers are going to charge the guys in the ruins. I think that makes it.
That'll probably make it.
Okay, who else? Plague Marines into Alfarius. Okay.
That'll
Yep.
also make it.
On a 7, no less. On a 7, no less. We'll measure that one maybe a little far. No, that doesn't make it.
Yeah,
So
that'll make it.
he's in. All right, next up, these Poxwalkers are breaking through the
Lord,
forest.
The Poxwalker train, baby.
Oh my gosh, the Poxwalker train never stops right into these
Did not
Marines.
doubt it. They knew it. Now the
Whoa.
big one. We saved the CP for.
Oh yes, okay. So these possessed they are?
They are.
They have wings and they are.
David, you can overwatch them.
Overwatch,
They're
don't have any
going
CP
into
left.
the Land Raider.
Ah!
No.
Last CP.
Last CP.
Nope.
No.
Yes.
So they do not make it. The Land Raider is
They're gonna
safe
get their
for
ass
now.
kicked.
But.
Oh, here. This is automatic.
Oh
I was
yeah.
really going to hope you were going to forget that one.
Okay. But yeah. So that's it. Let's see where David or Jonathan wants to fight. Oh, sorry. You want to charge here?
Might as well.
Okay. No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see where he wants to fight, and we'll roll up some dice. All right. First up in the charge phase, we're going to go with these Poxwalkers who have swarmed the guys with jump packs in the building. 22 attacks. Jonathan
Of
is
course,
saying.
leaving the Raptor, the Warp Talon alone, because that would be scary.
Yes. Jonathan, go ahead. He re-rolled that one. He clearly did not watch my video on Cog Dice. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. 5 to it? Sorry, 4. Because they're -1 toughness. Does help. You got 5 wounds on these guys, David. One dies. Okay, all right. All right, next up, the Marines trying to punch the Demon Prince. What, did you get your real one for the Chaos Lord? Or is that not a Chaos Lord?
It's not a Chaos Lord.
Oh,
The Terminator.
never mind.
It's a Sorcerer.
Terminator Sorcerer.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, David.
Any minus on this?
No.
No Assault Doctrine for you.
We're good.
They're good. Do you want to go with the character now?
I do. I have no idea what he has. He's got a 4-step.
Oh, okay. All right, next up, the Sorcerer going into the Demon Prince. What does he have?
He has a 4-stave hitting on 3s.
Well, he has 2 hits is what he has. And
All
no
right.
wounds, it looks
We
like.
appreciate you playing. Good Lord, I'm falling apart in game.
I think you're okay. Do you want to go with these guys into the Marines here?
Oh, I really do.
Okay.
I don't.
Dave, can I get a count?
All right, these guys, this group of Poxwalkers going into the Alpha
Poxwalker
League
Pride. We're
Marines.
going to do this twice. 4s.
Okay, and again, remember everyone, they are -1 toughness due to reasons. They're too stinky. They did not shower prior to the battle.
So 4 so far.
4 so far. You want to just roll those, David? Loses 1. There's a 3 in there. Okay. That is how many? 6? 6.
We're
Makes
good.
them all right. So looks like David's saves are coming
There we
along.
go. I was feeling like my saves are finally starting
Seems
to
like
kick
when
in.
Jonathan doesn't have the mortal wounds, he's not nearly as
Not
effective,
nearly as
which
scary.
makes sense. And now over on that side, David, I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah, David fights first.
David will go with the apostle. All right. By the way, Jonathan did charge here, so we should go with spawn. But we're just gonna do this just because we already said it. Plus, it doesn't really matter.
They're not miasma, right?
No longer.
Yeah, so 3 hits.
Hey.
And 2's the wound still. 3 wounds.
Okay. How much
My-
damage is this?
2 damage each.
Okay, so you gotta make any 6s. We'll reroll. Nope. 3 Poxwalkers dead. All right, Jonathan, do you want to go here now? These guys again would have gone first.
We will do the mutation first.
Okay.
D3 is another one. This is -4.
Oh.
That's what we needed.
That's pretty good.
4D3.
43. So they have 2d3 attacks, just like Death Cop does.
But please don't ever make that comparison again. Good lord. 4s.
Okay. That is 3 wounds, David.
3 -4.
You need to make 2 of these. 2 5-ups. Oh, he does.
I made
1
2
live.
5-ups.
Yay. All right, before David strikes back, the 2 Poxwalkers here.
One wound left on this little bitch.
Because this guy
Ready?
has already fought. That's why.
Poxwalkers! All I need is 1.
Okay, well, you don't get one. All right, and then David will fight back. Let's let him gather his dice. All right, first up we'll go with the regular Alpha Legion Marines attacking into the Poxwalkers right here.
Normal dudes. 5 hits, not bad.
5 hits.
And 4's 3 wounds.
3 wounds. Kill 3 Poxwalkers.
Poxwalkers are falling apart. They don't like to be on your side of the board, Dave.
And then the chain axe on the sergeant.
Ooh, a
the
chain
champion.
3 hits. And kill another 3. That's 3 wounds. How much damage is this?
1 damage each.
Okay, so wait, you still kill another 3 regardless?
So 6 total. Woo!
You want to go with the Lone Terminator against...
Yes.
So he fights twice?
He does fight twice.
Okay,
Because
so
of
how many
red butchers.
attacks is this? 10 attacks?
7 attacks each, so 14 attacks.
14 attacks from one guy.
1 dude.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Okay, so 14 attacks. We are just fighting twice here, by the way, people.
Yeah.
So we're just, putting it all in one. Technically, I guess you'd have to do this one at a time, but
They are toughness
no,
5.
he's not.
Flat.
So 4's rerolling. Rerolling.
Oh! The
That'll be
reroll didn't help, but
6
still.
at
6.
-2.
6 5 up here, Jonathan.
Ah!
Oh, he makes 3 of them. 2 wounds down on a spawn.
It's
All right, fighting back. Who do you want to go with first?
I'm going to start off with the Raptors up in the top.
Okay.
So many attacks, but nothing special with them. Rerolling 1s because of the Demon
You are
Prince.
next to the Demon Prince. Correct.
That doesn't help.
Doesn't
Also,
help. Okay. 3 2
3. No,
4.
4s.
4s, yes. I always forget.
That will be 5 wounds.
Those 2? Oh, 5, yes.
5 wounds.
One save.
4 die.
Okay. 4 more Poxwalkers down.
Hooray.
Now it's time for the Demon Prince. All right, now the Demon Prince striking into the character. Hitting on 2s.
And I don't get to reroll 1s because they don't do that to themselves anymore, correct?
No,
Well, you
you,
guys still do.
actually get to.
I
because-
still get to.
because it's still in
Rerolling
your
1s.
codex.
I
Oh.
Classic. It's only the new codexes that don't benefit from that anymore.
Alright. And these are strength 7, so 3s to wound, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That was horrific.
Only 2 wounds. Uh-oh.
2 wounds at -2.
4s.
1 wound goes through. How
2
much damage? Is
damage.
it? So because he's Death Guard turns to 1 damage, or are they 3 and then you?
No, it's 2 base.
Okay, so 1 wound onto him. I will take this, put it right there, and that is the end of the turn. Am I correct?
Looks like to us.
Okay.
Ah.
We'll tally up the points. David is in a spot of bother because we're going to go into turn 4. He's going to really hurting on the primary, and I think that's where the nail might be in his coffin. But let's see what the players want to do. Let's count the numbers, and we'll see how it is. Easy, what do you think of this so far?
I just got you. This looks like a good fight so far.
Yeah, it is a good fight. Okay, people, so David, we did look at the points. David, pretty much a lost battle here just because the points, the primary, he really can't catch up on, and that's huge. And Jonathan's, his whole, the objectives that he picked, the secondaries, have really just been scoring him a lot of points each turn. Just how you're supposed to play this army, so props to him. But we're going to play out David's turn just because we want to see what's going to
A
happen.
little bit of experience.
And
is
David has,
for next time.
he does have shenanigans he wants to do. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to spend my last CP on Feigned Retreat on these guys,
Ooh.
which means they fall back out of combat, but
Whoa.
still get to shoot.
Oh! Okay, they're getting out of there. Hopefully he can take out some of these characters. Just to spite the Death Guard.
Yep.
Okay, very nice.
And I hit.
First up with Alfarius, he's going to be smiting.
Nope.
Or, sorry,
mental interrogation.
I meant to say that he had a psychic phase, mental interrogation to get some points.
6.
Goes off on a 6, and Jonathan does not deny.
Woo!
Okay, very cool. So that's 3 points
got a
for
few more
David.
points. Yay. My sorcerer is going to cast Prescience on them.
Okay.
Or not.
Okay. Well, that's a perils.
D3 mortal wounds, right?
Yeah, he did mortal wounds on himself.
1 mortal
One
wound.
mortal
Okay,
wound,
not
okay.
bad. Is he still going to cast another power if he wants?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And he's going to
Only-
do Smite.
Obviously, if he dies, he doesn't get to, but.
He gets Smite off.
D3 mortal wounds onto the Poxwalkers.
3.
Jonathan. Okay, alright. Beautiful. So the Poxwalker is dead, and that is the psych. Is that the psychic phase is complete?
That is my psychic phase.
Psychic phase is complete. Awesome. Alright, now it's time for the shooting phase. What do we have here?
We're going to start off with the Raptors who just jumped. They're going to put 2 Meltas and 2 Pulp Pistols into that Malignant Planecaster.
Okay.
So, Melta guns, because these are the important ones.
Okay.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Double 6s.
Okay.
And then 3s to wound.
3s to wound. Oh no! The melt, the toughness 5. Wait, what's his toughness?
5.
5? Okay, then yep. That is unfortunately 2 with rolls. Unfortunately. Alright, now you guys are going to shoot at the Plague Marines right here.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm going to fire 2 Plasma guns. Not going to overcharge, because it's not really much of a point.
Literally no point.
All of them
for
hit.
charging anymore.
He's going to wound it on 3s. 4 wounds.
4 wounds, okay. Jonathan.
-2?
Minus 3.
4 wounds?
Jonathan's rolling over there, I can't see.
1.
Okay.
I made one fill, so 3, 1 and 1/2.
No, it's -3.
-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 2 dead Marines.
Excellent.
So 2 dead Marines there.
No.
I was really hoping that was going to kill him.
Okay, well.
I was really going to hope the bolt pistols would kill another one.
Kind of cut off the camera there, but bolt pistols did miss.
Alright.
Alright, next up we're going to go with the Land Raider, shooting into the zombies here. Doesn't need line of sight because it has a fancy Forge World mortar. So 43 shots. David has to roll this for the first time all game.
Alright.
Still pretty good.
Not bad.
2,
6.
4, 5, 7. Oh, sorry, 8.
Yes.
I think
No,
if I can do
6.
6?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 6 shots.
Oh, I'm insane.
That's okay.
It turns out I'm insane.
3s to hit. And then 4s to wound.
Wasn't it? Yeah, 2 more dice.
Oh, I knew it. I
Alright.
knew I wasn't insane.
Alright, 2 more to hit. And 2 more to wound.
How many is that?
See, now you got the squad.
That will be 4 wounds.
And I have
You
4
need a
left.
single 6 here, Jonathan. Can you do it? Oh
And you
my
got
god,
2 of
he
them.
saves 2 when
It's
it
Poxwalkers.
rains.
You can't touch
Four.
Poxwalkers. That's
All
right.
right, David next.
Next.
The multi-meltons?
The multi-melters are going to fire across at those poor Plague Marines.
Yeah. Bring them down.
Or I could just whiff with an entire array. That works too.
One of them didn't whip. Okay,
3.
So this goes straight through.
Straight through.
So D6.
Plus 2,
One
because
at a
I'm
time.
D6 plus 2, because I am
Oh,
within
plus 2, so 3 dead Marines.
I'm within
Okay.
the half range.
So, yeah, so it doesn't really
3
matter.
dead Marines.
3 dead Marines.
3 dead Marines.
Alright, next up, the missile launcher is going to shoot into the Plague Marines here.
I'm going to use the crack rounds because I like wound. I don't want to just wound on 5s.
Right.
Or I could
It's still possible.
2
Still
hits,
possible.
3s to wound, 2
2
wounds,
wounds, Jonathan.
minus 2.
You need a 5 up here.
Nope.
Okay, so first one. Yeah, you can roll them
Yeah.
both at the same time. Doesn't
Might as
really
well. D6 damage each.
Now, this one turns into a 1.
All right.
So actually, 1 would be alive.
The one holding the objective.
2 wound Space Marines, everybody.
You'll
Two
get him,
wound
David.
Space
You'll get him.
Marines. All right, everybody, and with that, oh, so sorry, these two were discussing something off camera. With that, David's decided that he's just going to call it because, again,
not going to happen.
It
with
is-
the last rolling.
yeah, it's impossible to come back. You did want to just play that to see if you could get a couple kills, but with that shooting phase, not very, kind of whiffing. Again, Jonathan getting this objective. You got a little experience when it comes to playing the objective, but again, this is going to be a victory for the Death Guard Poxwalkers. Jonathan, great job. Why don't you run us through the score and what it's like?
So we stopped at the top of 3, right? Or top of
4.
Top of 4. What hurt David is the primary. He got 0 primary points, which really killed him.
Right.
But you got at least 10 points within the ranks. You killed at least 100
Yes.
Poxwalkers. You got 2 interrogations off and 2 assassinates.
Yeah.
So the secondaries were very, very strong. Basically, the primary is just going to be experience. The Death Guard didn't care what David did, so we maxed out on the primaries. We would have maxed out on Spread Your Sickness, would have maxed out on Dominate, and would have maxed out on the data interpretation. So it was a very, very strong objective game
for sure.
For the Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Again, so we will wrap up. We'll clean up here, wrap up, talk about the game. It was fun. Again, always great to have David back. Again, he did move away, so we haven't seen him in a while.
Yep.
So always nice to have him here. But yeah, that's going to be it for the Bat Rep Death Guard victory. Let's clean up and let's talk about it in the wrap. Okay, everybody, that's it. That's the game. Big chaos bash between Alpha Legion World Eaters, almost said Word Bears again, World Eaters Alliance, against the Death Guard. And, Death Guard having the Codex, having the extra wounds, certainly helped.
The Codex helps too.
I didn't know about the Poxwalker thing. I was shocked.
That was horrifying.
I have not shut up about it since turn 2. Yeah, I'll let you guys talk about the game. What were your guys' thoughts? What were your MVPs, do you think? We'll start with Jonathan.
Poxwalkers, baby.
That's fair.
I've been a huge fan of zombies and Poxwalkers since the beginning, and I was so excited when the book came out because they limited how many Poxwalker units you could take. You had to take bubonic starting as infantry, so they really couldn't flood the board anymore. So I did the best I could to flood. But when they came out with the new book, their whole idea was to have as many Poxwalkers on the table as you can. And the other reps I've seen, people I respect, have not been playing it very well. So I'm glad we got to demonstrate that it can be powerful. It can be, clogging the lanes and scoring some points. So.
Obviously, against a very heavy anti-infantry army like Marines, everyone's going to mention the Marines, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll struggle a little bit.
Shot off the board.
Just because, the shooting's so good. But against an army like this, maybe with not as much anti-infantry or maybe with not as much good shooting, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a big problem, and I like everyone else, I didn't understand why they limited the Poxwalkers to having one.
Now I know why. Now we know why.
Suddenly I understand. So David, why don't you give us your insight on the game? I know that again this was one of David's.
Yeah.
I guess truly the first.
Really the first
real
game.
9th edition because again
effectively.
he's only played Crusade before this.
That was like 8 months ago. So
what did you learn from this game, and who were your MVPs? Do you think?
I don't know as far as MVPs. I think
it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, right?
I think probably the Achilles, the Land Raider, was probably he killed Typhus.
Yeah,
he did quite a bit.
Typhus.
So
Yeah, he kicks some serious
probably the Land Raider for that. But I didn't realize how much it had transitioned from kind of 8th edition kind of kill everything to 9th edition objective holding.
Yes.
The secondaries I did pretty good on, but I honestly forgot about the primary objectives, which
You can do.
I can't do. Even, not that against the zombie horde I could really have done much, but I probably could have done a little bit better
Exactly.
the first turn or two in order to keep more of those objectives. At least, getting some objectives early, fall back, deal with the horde a little bit, and then go from there.
Right. Well, I think it's a testament to 9th edition where, like I said, I know I made a video that I said I didn't like 9th edition, but since then my opinion certainly has changed with the new rules because it is a very engaging game now just because the game really does require you to play every turn, to be on top of it every turn, be mindful of the objectives, set yourself up for the future, and it's very different from the games of the past in 7th and even 8th edition where you could do nothing all game and then you
just stand back and shoot.
Yeah, stand back and shoot and then you head over to an objective and you win the game in the last turn, right? So it is rather engaging. It definitely has a steeper learning curve than the other editions because not only do you have to do the rules, but you kind of have to get to know your army. You kind of have to plan.
Yeah.
Not only your strategy, but what secondaries am I going to take? What am I going to try to deny my opponent?
It's something like that.
Yeah, so it's much more in depth.
You have to kind of plan your secondaries when building the army, which I didn't really take into account. I showed up and was I'll take these as far as secondary objectives because I didn't really think about it ahead of time. It does require a little bit more pre-planning, which is part of the game that I really enjoy. So I'll probably do much better next time.
Yeah, you'll certainly learn from here because again, 9th isn't very easy to pick up, which I think is why I didn't like it in the beginning because I thought Well, I liked it. I just liked it for different reasons, but since then, since I kind of understand what they were going for now, like I get it. You know, I get it.
It's
so.
chess. Now it is chess. It's
Nah,
not just killing.
I wouldn't go that far. But yes, so a very good game.
Also, Dave's our resident AdMech player, so when the book comes out,
Correct. Hopefully you can get
Docabots,
that.
it's going to be a whole new world for David. I'm looking forward to watching that.
We'll see, because the problem is my normal AdMech strategy is sit in my deployment zone and shoot, which, again, I'm going to run into the objective problems.
I wouldn't have any Poxwalkers left.
I don't know.
That's fair. So yeah, so hopefully AdMech's coming out soon, so hopefully David can come down for that. Again, he's a little far, so it is a bit of a drag for him now. But we are still happy to have him here today.
Yes, thanks for coming. It was good to see
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you for hosting.
David,
That was a lot of fun.
What do you guys? Do you have any last words to say to the camera before we sign off here?
Poxwalker power.
Poxwalkers are pretty nasty. Look out for them people. Okay, thank you guys
They're horrifying.
so much for watching. See you all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and catch you next week or whatever the next battle comes out. I don't know.
Whatever.